All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Black Bullion Show. The latter part of next week may be a problem for gold and silver if this analyst is correct. Now, it seems that this analyst is seeing the possibility for a, quote, monstrous equities rally beginning next week. This is on top of the dollar possibly bouncing back from its lows and the potential for economic data to stoke the fire of risk on sentiment. And there may be some competition for investor favor, coming next week. So what exactly is going on? Find out shortly. But first, if you're new to this channel, please hit that big red subscribe button right down below. Also, please hit the like button. Helps to get this economic evangelism right on out there to the masses to bring more and more people to precious metals. All right, so let's get into this. Stock market expert sees a monstrous rally taking hold next week if one recent trend holds. Now, this analyst has a pretty interesting take, and he explains it all right here, and I'll get started. Based on research from the Fundstrat, I believe that's German, team, the stock market will start to drive higher on August 14th with the possibility of a 30% rally in store for equity markets over the course of the ensuing 2 weeks. That is, if history is any analog, after the indexes have already enjoyed a brisk pace of gains, but a fairly narrow breadth. The Dow Jones Industrial Average and NASDAQ Composite notched their best starts to an August since 1996, while the S&P 500 index had its best August start since 2009, according to Dow Jones market data. So why is Lee and company so assured in their forecast? Well, they're not, but based on prior periods in which they have determined that the national rise in the Roni's cases have peaked, 20 days later, the market has staged a brisk run-up. And here's a quote from him. But as we discussed below, when cases peaked in late April, it took 20 days before the epicenter stocks started their massive 30% outperformance rally over 10 days. If cases peaked July 24th, which looks definitive, the 20th day is August 14th, Fundstrat wrote. So if history is any analog, or if history is an analog, next week is the week we could see a monstrous rally in epicenter stocks. Now, I wouldn't be so sure to base an analysis off of such a small sample size as what once happened before post Roni's their initial hit. Behavior needs to be analyzed more than once before anticipating such an exact result of just saying 20 days, that's what we're going to expect. August 14th, it's definitive. Or July 24th, that's definitive. We need a lot more data to really be so sure on that. But let's see if fate is on this guy's side, is on Fundstrat's side. But speaking of Friday, which is when August 14th will be, we are expected to get a slew of data that could help or hurt gold and silver. So this is what we expect to get on Friday. We are going to get retail sales data, productivity, industrial production and capacity utilization, consumer sentiment, and more. On Thursday, we'll get jobless claims and import price index data. On Wednesday, we'll get the CPI. And guys, I'm just giving you the major data that I'll be looking out for coming next week. There's actually gonna be a little bit more than this. This is just the stuff that I'm paying attention to. Tuesday, we'll get the producer price index. And on Monday, we'll get job openings. So also take that into account when it comes to his analysis. Now, we'll also want to keep abreast of the dollar's behavior. So check out what this article has to say about where the dollar could go. Just going to read this section right here. And I quote, "Dollar index needs to break 93.99 resistance to confirm short-term bottoming." Dollar index edged lower to 92.52 last week, but recovered strongly on Friday. The weekly close at 93.43 was actually slightly higher than prior week's 93.34. Together, with the mild turn in daily MACD, a short-term bottom could have been formed and a rebound is underway. Yet, it's still too early to say, and break of 93.99 resistance is needed to confirm this case. Otherwise, fall from 102.99 would still extend towards 88.25 support, the 2018 low. Firm break of 93.99 will bring stronger rebound back to 38.2% retracement of 102.99 to 92.52 and 96.52, which is inside 95.71 and 97.80 resistance zone. So it looks like this guy is actually using some Fibonacci here, along with taking a look at the MACD. So he's using a bunch of different things to analyze where the dollar could go. So next week could go either way. Honestly, it could be risk on or it could be risk off. I am seeing some potential contenders against gold and silver that could lead to a minor correction for both in their overall uptrend. I'm not saying that it's going to completely go down and continue to go down. I'm saying that it could just have a brief blip, so to speak, before it will continue its upward rally. Now, I'm going to be a little bit cautious this week. But if we get a pullback, I'm definitely going to back up the gold and silver truck and get some more metal. But let me know what you guys think as far as what will happen with, the dollar, to consider this potential equities rally, if you guys think that will happen, and also some of this economic data that we'll also get. And also let me know if there are any particular bits of metal, ounces of metal, that you guys are taking a look at. I'm actually taking a look at Maple Leaves, American Silver Eagles, but a part of me is also starting to consider things like the Britannias and some other ones as well. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please subscribe if you're new. It's Black Bullion.